recorded. That's fine. Okay, I think it start recording, right?
I don't know. I don't see. Did you click the record?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think it started, yeah. So anyway, hi there. My name is Mekan and we are students at NAU. We're gonna show some overview of how to set up Amazon Web Services account so we can run our project in the cloud. So we are not professionals, but we will try to explain for some people who might need the help within setting up this AWS account. Plus, we're gonna like create the virtual machine, set up and run the database and connect the database to it, our preferred database. So let's see. You guys see the screen right now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So basically, we need to go to what I'm gonna do at the moment. I'm just gonna show what I've done so far, so you guys have kind of idea what we're gonna go through instead of like, yeah. So yeah, let's go to AWS EC2. Let's search for it and we will sign up for it. But at the moment, I already set, like I said, I already set up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you first what I've done. So I'm gonna go to AWS console management. I'm gonna sign in. This is my, I'm gonna sign in as a root user. I'm gonna put my password. And then there's also some security level with this AWS. So I have the app that is called by Google. It's Authenticator, and I kind of like it helps me to get this code through Authenticator. We will go through it later on, but for the moment I receive the code. It's like SMS messages, you know, that you receive to verify and connect with your account. So here it is. This is our account. So like we know that there's so many services that we can use, but at the moment, our main role to use this AWS using Elastic Cloud Computing. That's why the 2 stands for 2 C's. So EC2 is a free tier for 1 year. You can use up to 1 year, and there's no charge, but you need to set up your debit or credit account, the card, and so on, so you can use it. But up to 12 months, it should be free as long as you stay with this with the scope of free tier. Whenever you choose any options, we will show you later on, you need to choose the free tier ones. So let's take a look at the EC2. What is EC2? So we go to instances, since I already set up. So I have the instance that is been it's running at the moment, and what it is basically, it's sort of like a machine, like a virtual machine, VPC, virtual private cloud. And the way it works is basically on the server they create that virtual Windows kind of like operations that runs on the server, like a virtual box or something, and in that virtual box you have your own cloud and everything. So it's like virtual OS. So when I set it up, I had some options, how many storage I want to have, how many RAMs, how many CPUs I want to have it for it. So since I went with the free tier, it was pretty basic, but it has enough of performance. So it has some security details, networking, storage, and some other stuff. You can control like your traffic, incoming, outgoing traffic, inbound, outbound, and you can control type of traffic, and you can control the IP, what kind of IP did, like a strict ID, HTTP, or other traffics. So anyway, we'll go through it later. For now, we have this instance that it's been running, so it shows the status that it is running. So now what I want to do is I want to show you how do I connect. So basically, you will have to download something like a remote. The way we can connect to it is like accessing remotely. So I already done this. So I'm clicking, and as you see, here is my remote connection. What you need to do once you have that remote app, maybe you have it on Windows, you just put the IP, which is this IP of this instance, and we're gonna connect to our virtual machines. Unfortunately, this session we don't have in this sessions we don't have any Mac computers at the moment, so everything will be done on the Windows. But later on we will try to help you, or if you have questions, maybe you'll get idea. So we got the IP from this public address. This is a public instance. So what we're gonna do, we are going to connect with this app to our virtual machine, and it asks for my password, and you have to save the password. Like if you go to security or somewhere else, like I will show you later on, there's basically credentials, or it gives you one-time credentials when you set it up and you save it. So here is my credential. This is my password, so I copy it and I'll paste it. I can say remember me, remember my IP or my computer, and just connect to it. So now I'm getting connected. So here is the virtual machine. So yeah, now that instance, basically it's a virtual machine. Now we have that instance. You can download a database in this virtual machine. Let's say any database. You can download Google Chrome. There will be some security issues at the beginning with Internet Explorer. Basically, it will not allow you to download anything. So you will have to go to the settings of, since you're not gonna have the Google Chrome at the beginning, you will have to go to the settings of the Internet options and just minimize the securities and so on, and disable few things so you can install at least Google Chrome and some other stuff later on. At the moment, so I did install the database, which is Oracle Developer SQL database, and I also installed on my personal computer and on this machine, and I'm gonna show you how did I connect it. Why do we need it? I think it's, in my opinion, I guess, to do the back end and as well as managing the database. Maybe it's preferred in the cloud. Usually that's what some projects that I've seen, they do it. They have the database. So anyway, so here's the database, the app. At the moment, I haven't showed you how to connect, so we're gonna go back to our Amazon account. So this is just for virtual machine, right? So we got the idea what is EC2. Now we're gonna go to services and we're gonna choose RDS, which is Relational Database System, as database, or RDS. So we're choosing the RDS. In this case, we can also look at the instances, how many instances we're running right now. I have created 2 instances, 2 databases. Why 2? Basically, for any app that you want to run, basically MySQL or Oracle or Postgre, you have to make one for each. They're only gonna work with one. Maybe there are some other options, I'm not sure, but the way I did it, I just set up this 2, so just having some alternatives options for other people. So so yeah, basically what we're gonna do, we're gonna create the database, we're gonna choose some options, what kind of storage we want to have, and blah blah blah. We can make the security and inbound, outbound changes, make it more strict, but it's still public database. So the way to connect to this database, what will be needed, we will be needing endpoint and port. For the Oracle, they by default they use 1521, the port number. For the other one, what is it called? MySQL, I think it's 3303, and it will be the same, almost linked the same, but the name, the beginning, it will be the different, which is the name. Also, you'll have to use the VPC later on for some security stuff. So basically, now I'm going back to my virtual machine. I'm going to the properties of this database, and I'm going to show you how did I connect it. So like you see, when you go to properties of it, for the host name, you're going to use that endpoint information, the copy, the endpoint description. And for the port, you're going to use that default number 1521. And SID, I'm not sure what it stands for, but in Oracle, you just put this abbreviation kind of the Oracle, ORCL. And we can test it. It doesn't show any faults. It says success. And then we just connect it, and it should be connected and show this command line. So here it is. So basically, it says basically it's connected. So now we don't have any problem. We got connected. So this is this is for the virtual machine. Now if I go back to MySQL, which is installed on my personal computer, I'm going to show you similar stuff that I connected to another database, in case you want to have a MySQL app connecting to it. Before it says it's stopped. So what I need to do, the reason I stop it, I just don't want to run it because I don't use it at the moment. So it might take a while to get it start running. Also, it might take a while whenever you create a database. It might take up to 30 minutes to get created. So don't be don't be in a hurry. Whenever you set up anything like any instance, either as well as EC2 or database, just give some time, like up to 30 minutes to to get boot up completely. So meanwhile, I'm gonna just show you. It's the same principle, same connection principle. Like this is a database 2, which is the one that you just saw on the Amazon database. So I'm gonna go to edit connection. Pretty much same thing. What do you need? Host name. It's like I said, it's the same link, but the name, the description of the database is different, which is 2, and then the default port is 3306. And also there's, in both cases, you're gonna have user controlled option. I just put by stuff, and then you will have to put your password. Like in this is gonna be, the first part will be summary. So that's the idea. What we're gonna use it for is probably, the idea is just it's in the cloud. It will be flexible to us to use from any place. Maybe we can connect several databases and work with like a team and so on. So that's pretty much it. That's wraps up the summary. If you guys have any questions, let's discuss it, and then on the part 2, we will go from scratch. Okay, so someone is also get added. On part 2, we will start from scratch completely. I don't remember a couple things, so it might take a while. So yeah. You guys have any questions at the moment?
So, Become, we have just around
We still have
let's
some
say
time.
maximum 30 minutes.
Okay,
Do
so
you think that will be okay?
yeah, I can stop the recording right now and make a second recording, and then we'll continue going from scratch. Then I will give you you will share the screen and you will get started with your account, and we're gonna look at what we're gonna do basically from scratch from
Right.
your end. So I'm gonna stop recording so I can make another recording separate. Let's see. So I